The Beatitudes are a set of blessings and teachings given by Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, as recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew chapter 5 verses 3 to 12. They are considered to be foundational teachings of Christianity and provide guidance on how to live a righteous and blessed life. Each beatitude begins with the phrase, "Blessed are," and is followed by a description of those who are blessed and the corresponding reward or blessing they will receive. Here are the Beatitudes along with some common interpretations. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Interpretation. This beatitude speaks to those who recognize their spiritual poverty and humility before God. It encourages a humble and contrite heart, acknowledging our need for God's grace and the promise of the kingdom of heaven as a reward. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Interpretation. This beatitude refers to those who mourn over sin, suffering, or loss. It assures them that God will bring comfort and solace to their hearts, offering hope and healing in times of grief. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Interpretation. This beatitude emphasizes the virtue of meekness or gentleness. It teaches that those who are humble and submissive before God and others will ultimately receive the blessings and inheritance promised by God. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Interpretation. This beatitude encourages a strong desire for righteousness and a yearning for justice. It promises that those who seek after righteousness with a fervent heart will find fulfillment and satisfaction in their pursuit. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Interpretation. This beatitude highlights the importance of showing compassion and forgiveness to others. It suggests that those who demonstrate mercy and kindness toward others will themselves receive mercy from God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Interpretation. This beatitude speaks to the need for inner purity and integrity. It suggests that those whose hearts are cleansed from evil and filled with sincerity will have the privilege of experiencing a close relationship with God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Interpretation. This beatitude underscores the value of pursuing peace and actively working towards reconciliation. It suggests that those who promote peace and unity among people reflect the character of God and are recognized as His children. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Interpretation. This beatitude acknowledges that persecution may come to those who stand up for righteousness and faithfully follow God's ways. It assures them of the kingdom of heaven as their ultimate reward, even in the face of opposition and suffering. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Interpretation. This beatitude acknowledges the difficulties and challenges that may arise when one chooses to follow Jesus. It reassures believers that despite the mistreatment they may endure for their faith, they are blessed and should rejoice, knowing that their reward in heaven is great. The Beatitudes serve as a guide for believers, encouraging them to cultivate virtues such as humility, compassion, purity, and a hunger for righteousness. They emphasize the values of God's kingdom and the blessedness of those who embody these qualities in their lives. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on notification button.